Hi, my name is Rebecca Egan, and I am here to do my speech on the relevance of the Declaration of Independence today for BYU 11th grade English course. The average American is familiar enough with the Declaration of Independence to know that America was basically saying we no longer wanted to be a part of Britain because they treated us like total crap. And as delightful as that was, we believe that earned us a right to govern ourselves. Like when a boyfriend is not so nice to his girlfriend, then she has the grounds to dump him because she deserves better than someone who treats her like that. So, when Americans had had enough, they declared it in, can you guess? The Declaration of Independence. Good job, guys. So, while the Declaration of Independence was written many years ago, it has served an important role in world history and is still relevant today because it effectively established the first statement of human rights, set precedent for the right of self-governance, and served as a rough outline for the democratic government that we know today. Good job, Jefferson.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, and that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Even though the very words stating that every man was created equal were written by the wealthy slave owner himself, Thomas Jefferson, they still managed to hold weight. Though they have been interpreted over the years by modern activists who still try and struggle to apply them to the modern context. Did every man really mean every person, including women? I should hope so. The Declaration of Independence was the first time that the rights of individuals were affirmed on paper and set precedent for the Bill of Rights, a more expansive list of rights added to the Constitution, as well as the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which was passed under the United Nations. It paved the way for such future documents which went on to guarantee the rights of every person worldwide and strengthened other civil rights movements here at home, such as the African American, Chicano, and Native American. This document also established the right of self-governance to a population.
That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their powers from the consent of the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter and to abolish it, and to institute a new government. The idea that the people had the right to collectively create, destroy, and reform government served as the birthplace for the ever popular idea of democracy. Following the American Revolution was the French Revolution, which was inspired by the ideas of the American patriots. Copycats? The right of self-government became a more widespread approach to foreign policy following World Wars I and II. There was visible decolonization in the Austro-Hungarian, Russian, Ottoman, and German empires post-World War I, and the British, French, Dutch, Japanese, Portuguese, Belgian, and Italian colonial empires following World War II. Decolonization, or granting previously foreign-controlled areas the right to self-determination, was the ultimate example of this expanding belief. That said, some people question the recent intervention of American troops to Iraq and Afghanistan as a violation of such right. Guess you can't please everyone. Besides stating that they had the right to govern themselves, the Declaration of Independence was the first step towards the American democratic system that we know today. After having lived under the rule of such a strict monarchy, the colonists wanted to prevent having to endure such brutalities ever again, and the best way that they could think of this was making sure the government stayed small. The first outline for government set forth, the Articles of the Confederation, gave the majority of the power to the states and left the federal government as a friendly connector between the states. Without a way to connect taxes forcefully, and when Bacon's rebellion proved the federal government was useless, it was time to go back to the drawing board, where the Constitution, yes, the one still in effect today, was created. So, with So, the Declaration of Independence was not only the first step to these efforts of government, but by stating the right to self-determination, it invented this whole new political system. Not only has the system served as a globally recognized structure for efficient government, but it maintains the American sense of pride and unity, all too familiar today. During the Cold War, Americans prided themselves on their superior democratic ways, which ultimately led to the Red Scare and a strain of abuses against the perceived inferior communists. So yeah, I would say it was a pretty influential document. But why again is it still relevant today? If we neglect to understand the origin of the United States, how are we ever supposed to grasp the concepts that define our country, including our rights, self-determination, and democratic systems? In case you're thinking I just read some Wikipedia article and spat it out to you, I took AP US History this past year, where I basically memorized everything that ever happened in the United States. Okay, basically. Qualifying me to tell you that the Declaration of Independence is still very relevant today. Can you imagine how angered Jefferson would be to hear you doubt the relevance of his writing? Without the Declaration of Independence, who knows? We might all still be British. Thank you for joining me today.